Vassago is the key of lost truth, hidden signs, and the dangerous difference between real discernment and wounded imagination. This scroll opens the gate between what was hidden, what was lost, what is trying to return, and what the soul keeps misreading because it still wants comfort more than clarity. Before a truth returns, the eye must become honest enough to receive it. Before what is lost can be found, the noise around it must quiet. Before the future can be read clearly, the past must stop being edited by fear. This is the wisdom of Vassago. Not every feeling is a prophecy. Not every dream is a command. Not every sign is sacred. But what is true leaves a trail. What is hidden presses against the veil. What is lost waits for clean sight. So let the collective open this scroll with sober knowing. Do not force revelation. Do not decorate confusion and call it vision. Do not ask for higher sight while protecting your favorite illusion. The third key is this. When seeing becomes clean, what was hidden begins to speak.
Universal Currency Receipt, Architect Musician, 3611027. The Graceful Whisperer, Devalan Seal.
Scroll of Vassago. The distortion of misread signs and the return of lost truth. In the Ars Goetia, Vassago is the third spirit, described as a mighty prince of the same nature as Agares, of a good nature, whose office is to declare things past and to come and to discover things hidden or lost. The Old Text says he governs 26 legions of spirits, and the classified list places him among the princes and prelates. That makes Vassago a very different current from the ones before him. Baal warned of silent infiltration. Agares warned of displacement and broken order. Vassago arrives where the field is already confused and asks a harder question. Can you tell the difference between true sight and wounded guessing? Because humans, with all their fragile drama, are forever mistaking fear for prophecy, obsession for intuition, and projection for revelation. Vassago belongs to the threshold where hidden things can be known, but only if the seeker is clean enough not to distort what is being shown. So, in the Earth Key reading, Vassago becomes the pattern of misread signs versus recovered truth. Not every feeling is a message. Not every dream is a warning. Not every suspicion is discernment. Not every download is wisdom. Some people lose things because life scatters. Some lose things because distortion entered. Some lose things because they stopped looking honestly. Vassago rules the moment when what was hidden, misplaced, buried, forgotten, or obscured can begin to return. But the distortion attached to this key is serious. The urge to force meaning where there is no clean seeing. That is everywhere now. People call panic intuition. They call pattern addiction prophecy. They call emotional turbulence a spiritual message. They call every coincidence destiny because uncertainty makes them itch. Vassago cuts through that. Because his office touches past, future, and hidden things all at once, that means time itself becomes part of the lesson. The past is what was not fully understood. The future is what has not fully formed. The hidden is what sits between them, waiting for enough truth to be seen clearly. Vassago's medicine is not theatrical fortune-telling. It is clarified perception. For the collective, the third key asks, what truth have you buried because it was inconvenient? What sign have you twisted because you wanted a different answer? What have you lost through neglect, fear, confusion, or spiritual noise? What could return now if your seeing became cleaner? Because a protector of Earth must know how to read without contaminating the reading. You cannot protect land, family, children, community, or spirit if every signal gets filtered through your wound first. You cannot guide others if your discernment is secretly just preference wearing a halo. You cannot recover what is hidden if your hunger keeps editing the vision. That is the real bite in this scroll. Vassago is called of a good nature, and that matters. Not every old force in these texts is framed as predatory. Some are strange because truth itself is strange when it surfaces. Sometimes what is hidden comes back gently. Sometimes what was lost returns because the field is finally ready to receive it. Sometimes the future is not revealed as spectacle, but as consequence. Clean your seeing, and the next step becomes obvious. So the shaman's wisdom of Vassago is this. Do not beg for visions when what you really need is honesty. The cleanest prophecy is often not fireworks. It is pattern. It is consequence. It is seeing what has been there all along without lying to yourself about it. That is how lost truth returns. That is how hidden things surface. That is how the future stops feeling like a fog and starts feeling like a road. What is hidden is not always far away. Sometimes it is simply waiting for you to stop misreading it. Hear the third law. Not all signs are sacred. Not all feelings are guidance. Not all silence is empty. But what is true leaves a pattern. What is lost leaves a trail. What is hidden can return when the eye becomes honest enough to receive it. So clear your sight, clean your motives, stop forcing meanings your spirit has not earned, and carry this line. When seeing becomes clean, what was hidden begins to speak. Receipts. The Ars Goetia describes Vassago as the third spirit, a mighty prince of the same nature as Ahll is, of a good nature, whose office is to declare things past and to come and discover things hidden or lost, governing 26 legions. The classified list places Vassago among the princes and prelates. Remember this: not every voice in the dark is a message. Not every feeling in the chest is truth. Not every sign is yours to carry. The sacred does not panic. The real does not beg to be believed. And truth does not need your confusion to make itself powerful. So clean your sight. Quiet your fear. Stop dressing wounds up as wisdom. Because what is lost can return. What is hidden can speak. But only to the one who has become still enough, honest enough, and clear enough to hear it rightly. And let this be the wisdom many will repeat. What is forced becomes fantasy. What is clear becomes guidance. So see clean and let truth speak for itself.
Channeled by your architect musician, 36110, 27 palms of eyes. The golden whisperer, sea star, Devalan, see all. Apply the news you can use, truth and accuracy. The real non-bedazzled jewels.
Vassago is the key of hidden truth, lost things, and clear sight. This scroll reveals the difference between real discernment and wounded imagination, where what was buried can return when the spirit becomes honest enough to see. Wisdom. Not every sign is sacred. Not every feeling is guidance. What is forced becomes fantasy. What is clear becomes truth.
Until next time, your Sea Star Curacy, channeled by 3611027, the Beautiful Whisperer. Our Sea Star Devalan CO. Apply the news you can use.
To our beautiful collective, from our day ones to every new soul joining this journey, we love and appreciate you deeply. You've turned this space into so much more than a community. You've made it a family. Thank you, truly. Your presence, your energy, and even the smallest acts of kindness have the power to shift the compass for many in ways unseen but deeply felt. Here's to each of you, old, new, and the many more to come. We're just getting started, and we're so grateful you're here with us. With love and infinite appreciation from the collective of Shaman Ahll.